This is Mitzi. This is not Mitzi. This is Mitzi, but this... Okay, let's start over. Hi guys. I can't stand myself sometimes. Okay, for real this time? Why? Okay. Rule number 2, after rule number 1, which is always stay hydrated. You guys should know that. Number 2, always keep a pen on you. You never know when someone is gonna ask for your signature because you're famous, when you need to take some notes down, even if you don't have paper, you have a hand. Always comes in handy if you need to defend yourself. I'm not saying to do anything crazy, but you could do a lot of things with a pen. Anyways, moving on. I hope you guys are all... Did I even introduce myself? I am so rude. I'm Mitzi, and this is Mitzi Revamped. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. You're probably all new here, so I'm probably not welcoming back anybody. But welcome. And today's topic, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, is going to be about goals. Goals. Short-term goals and long-term goals and all kinds of goals. Good goals and bad goals. There's a lot of goals. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad if you guys stopped watching already because I'm kind of weird. So let's move on. So basically what I want to talk about in this video is goals, okay? So I want to go over how I do my goals, how I set my goals, and then what some of my goals are. And then I'm going to give you guys a goal. So stay tuned for that, a little challenge per se. Yeah, so first things first. Goals. Goals, why even make goals first of all? Goals are good because, do I sound like a teacher? I feel like I sound like a teacher. A really boring teacher. So I'm not gonna go about it that way. And I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking like, girl, Mitzi, I love you, but what makes you so special that you can be giving us advice about how to make goals and that we should make goals? And you know, like, I love you, right, is what you're thinking, but what makes you special, you know? And I have an answer for that. And the answer is, you're completely right. Like, I know you love me. I know that. But you're right. I am no one to be giving you advice. I am probably not even qualified to be giving you advice per your standards per se, okay? But if you've watched my previous videos, or if you haven't, I'm gonna say it now. I have accomplished most of what I've accomplished for this channel and whatnot in like the last year, or less than a year. So I think that makes me pretty qualified, personally. I opened a store, business-wise, career-wise. I have lost 60 pounds. I have moved and moved again, and I'm settling down. I have paid off some of my debt, so all in less than a year. So I think that makes me pretty qualified to kind of at least give my take on goals. So if you want to listen to them, just stay tuned. If not, you're more than welcome to just click off the video if you're not even like, girl, who got time for goals nowadays? And you're right, you know, Nobody, but I do. So, anyways, first things first, the two types of goals. So there's short-term goals and long-term goals, right? So why did I even start doing goals in the first place? Okay, kind of just backtracking a little bit. So basically, my mind is always going. It's like filled with just thoughts all day long. It gets to a point where I become like, I get insomnia. Sorry, I forgot how to speak English properly for a second. I get insomnia because my mind is always running like all nonstop. So I got into a habit of, this is something that I read before. I had read this little trick when you do have that, because your mind is, I don't even know if anybody else like goes through that. If you do, put it down in the comments below, because I want to know if I'm the only one that just sits there at night and your mind is just going. And it's like worse at night. Like you have all day, right? When your mind could be like doing all that, and it does, but it's like the worst at night. And something I feel like, dude, if you guys could just get in my brain for a day and just be in there with my thoughts, you guys would probably want to like strangle yourself or something. Don't do that, because I will miss you guys, and I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying, for lack of better explanation, that's what I feel, you know? So, oh look, don't mind my teddy in the back. Anyways, so I got into a habit of just writing stuff down. Like, at first, it was just, like at night, you know? When I was like having those phases where it's like I couldn't sleep because I had so much things going on, I just like get up and just write everything that was in my mind, write it down. It didn't even have to make sense. It doesn't even have to be in legible English. It could be pictures, whatever it was, I just put it all on paper. That way, like, at least I was clearing some of my mind. I had enough peace to like go to bed. And then I'd wake up in the morning, kind of look over them, probably not. It just kind of depended. But that definitely helped a lot in terms of like all my thoughts, collecting my thoughts during the day. And then from that, and on top of that, it like, after I just started doing that, I was like, okay, well, I started noticing myself that my thoughts were like all over the place, and just, I couldn't like stop thinking. Like, I couldn't stop thinking. I don't even know if that's, like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm always thinking like I'm smart and like, you know, but I am, but that's not what I'm saying. So just like randomly, like, I could go back years, you know, when I used to work at an office, you know, mortgage or whatever. My desk was just full of post-it notes. Like, I had post-it notes everywhere. And even my room, like, I just have random sheets of paper, like, with random writing. Like, I don't even know what half of it is. Some of it I throw away after a while, but some of it I keep just in case, like, I like need to refresh on something, I forget something, I wrote something down that I wanted to remember at one point in my life. And I'll show you guys my room in another video. I'll do like a room tour, and definitely a room, like a clean with me bedroom edition, because I need to clean my room. Anyways, so from just that night writing down, you know, on whatever paper was there, to like all day just writing stuff, writing lists, writing everything, write it down. And little by little I started like getting better, and then I started getting better at writing stuff down in terms of like organizing. So probably if there's anybody out there that's watching this and you're talking about me, like if you're hearing me talk about how I would just write stuff down and you have like OCD or something, you would probably be so triggered, because my notes were insane. Like, I would just have random stuff. Like, I gave myself anxiety sometimes because I was like just going 100 miles per hour. But anyways, I got better at taking notes, so then I started not just randomly putting stuff, like writing stuff down. I would like kind of categorize it. So like, okay, I would categorize, okay, what are my to-do lists? I had a to-do list. I had like a grocery list, a want list, like things that I want in my future for certain things, whether it was for videos, whether it was for to make my room better, whether it was for fitness wise, like what could help me with my fitness journey, whatever the case may be. I wrote it down in that category of what I want. I had a category of ideas. I had so many ideas, and I still have so many ideas of like what to do, what my future holds, what my career, like my future. And I had an idea, like a list. So if I were you, I would start doing that. Like if you're like me, where you're always constantly going, your thoughts are just 100 miles per hour. I would suggest that you like start writing stuff down. Even if it's just, like I said, just no sense of them whatsoever, and then little by little you'll start like being able to categorize them and stuff like that. And even after, like when you wake up and you have time, like just go through them and see like, okay, well I can categorize, and then you'll feel a lot more better in that sense. But then I started thinking like, I'm categorizing this, and I would always have like want lists, and I would always have like to-do lists and all that stuff. So I'm like, I need to start making goals. Like I need to start setting goals, because I just keep writing stuff and adding to my list like wants and to-dos and ideas and all that stuff, but I'm not fully like accomplishing any of them. So like my list is becoming, it was like here and it's like a lot, you know, because I'm not like checking them off. So then I started like making goals, and at first it was just long-term goals. So like I want to buy a house in 5 years, or I want to lose weight in 2 years, or whatever the case may be. It was just like long-term goals. And so which was great. There's nothing wrong with long-term goals. I suggest that you do long-term goals so that you have something to look forward to. So you're always thinking, like you're always in your mind, you're like, what am I, is what I'm doing right now at this moment going to get me to that long-term goal that I want to be at? Is this going to benefit me for that goal? You're always programmed like that if you're doing like long-term goals. So I suggest that you do them. But then I started noticing like I would get discouraged very easily. Why? Because, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I only had long-term goals, and long-term is a long time, like year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So obviously you're not seeing like sudden results. So I would get discouraged, and then that would just completely throw me off. Like I would just be like, well, I didn't accomplish anything, so I'm like a piece of shit or something, and so I'm not gonna do anything at all. And then I like slack off for a whole month or whatever, and then after I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Get yourself together. Like you gotta get it together. Get your butt, get yourself off your butt and put some work in. You know, you gotta get it back. You gotta get back on that grind. But that was after a whole month of like falling behind. So now I'm a month behind, if that makes sense. Like I hope you're keeping up. So now like I'm a whole month behind when I could have been a whole month ahead. You know, if I wouldn't have gotten discouraged. So what I started to do is started making short-term goals. So it's like, instead of, I still had my long-term goals. So like, for example, lose 50 pounds in a year, right? Let's just say that's my goal, 50 pounds in a year. Well, yeah, I had that long-term goal, but then I created myself short-term goals so that I was always reaching something. I was always having that sense of accomplishment. So like, for example, in a year, lose 50 pounds, right? In a month, lose 5 pounds. In 2 weeks, lose 2 pounds, you know, lose a pound a week or whatever. And then once you hit those little accomplishments, those little goals, reward yourself. And you should be proud of that, because progress is progress no matter what it is, you know. And that's awesome, because you're like working towards a better you, and that's so much to celebrate, you know. Those little things, it's like every little penny counts, you know. Then you'll get $1 soon. That was a weird analogy, but I felt the need to put that out there. So that's what I started doing. Like it doesn't matter what it is. So like if you make yourself a short-term goal and you accomplish that short-term goal, reward yourself. It can be you know, with a piece of candy, with a piece of chocolate, with an ice cream, with, I'm not saying it just has to be food. It can be, you know, a manicure, pedicure. It could be a little spa. It could be like a massage, or just be a day to yourself, or a movie, whatever. Just, it can just be relaxing. You don't even have to spend money. Just give yourself that, like, yes, I did that. I did do that. I could have not done it, but I did. So it's very important, I feel, to acknowledge those little accomplishments, no matter how little they are. But yeah, so like, for example, like when I hit the 100 mark of 100-pound mark, so when I get to 268, I'm gonna reward myself with a little tattoo. And I say little because I know that my fitness journey is gonna keep going. So I am gonna lose more weight than 100 pounds, obviously, and I'm not sure what that's gonna lead me to in terms of like loose skin, or like, you know, because of my size, and when I'm gonna lose a lot of weight, obviously, like, I'm trying to prevent the loose skin as much as I can, but I don't know how that's gonna work. So I don't want to like get a tattoo and then it look weird after. So I'm just gonna wait till I'm completely done with my journey to like fully get tattoos, because I do want more. Not that many, like I don't want to get super like crazy, but I do want a little bit more. But that's just me. So that's kind of oh, also going back to the goals and all that stuff, and writing them down. If it helps you, like for me, I always have a notebook. I have this notebook. I have like 4 other notebooks right here. It does not matter where you put any of this, because I have a notebook for goals, I have a notebook for ideas, for recipes, I just have all kinds of notebooks because I love writing stuff down. I love making goals. I love making lists, so I'm able to check them off and get it off my mind. It does not matter what you can get. Like I personally am not like all artsy fartsy creative, like Pinterest type of shit with like color gels and like color pen, like gel pens and stuff like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I am not bashing anybody who does that. Like, I wish I was creative like that, but I'm not. So this is what I get. I love pink, but just something basic like this. I don't care if it is a wide ruled spiral notebook, a wide ruled composition book. It could be a little tiny, it could be post-it notes. It could be like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to like conferences or like conventions, and they give you like little treat bags with like random stuff like pens and pencils and like magnets, and then like you'll randomly get like a notebook with like their logo on it or something. Use those. Whatever use you have in hand. If you want to go out and buy like a really nice notebook, hardcover, floral themed. It even has like a little space where you like can write, you know, like my name is Mitzi or whatever, and then like on the inside it says like, if found please return to, and like you can put your phone number. If you want to go out and invest, you do that, okay? Because whatever's gonna help you, I'm all for it. I personally, because this is a channel of like overall transformation, including my financial situations, so I don't think that for me personally it's not convenient for me to go out and spend like $20 on a very thick hardcover themed notebook at the moment. Don't get me wrong, I would totally do it, and yeah, I could go to the store right now and spend $20 on it, right? But like Target, you know, because Target is my store. That is my place to be. I'm there all the time, honestly. Like, I'm not even sponsored, but like I should be, because I go there. Like, I'm probably there more than I'm at home, to be honest. Like, I go there just to go. Like, sometimes, like, if I'm like stressed or whatever, I'll just go to Target and look at stuff. And I don't even buy stuff sometimes. You know, I'll just go. But that's okay. because that's what it keeps me sane, so that's good. But anyways, I would totally just go to Target right now, and I could if I wanted to, right? But I don't think right now it's a smart move for myself, so I'm not. So this, like 25-cent notebook will have to do, and free notebooks that I get from conventions and conferences and stuff. I honestly don't care what you're writing it on, just I would suggest you do it. And you can get super creative, like I said, make yourself like in different colored pens, like little boxes and like images and stuff like that. But I don't need to do that. Mine's just simple. Look, notes, just super simple. But that works for me. So whatever works for you, I'm all for it. Support your decision. If nobody else does, I do. So you can even do something like in your room. Like I want to get to a point where I'm going to do that, but not yet because I'm still in the process of remodeling my room in terms of like how I really want it to look. But I've held off on that because I have other priorities right now. So eventually I do want to put like on the walls and stuff, like charts and whiteboards and chalkboards and stuff like that, so I'm able to make more notes and things like that. So eventually, and you guys will follow me along on this journey, so you guys will see all of that, and you guys can get ideas. So I personally like it. I like Pinterest, okay? So I'll be like definitely looking at Pinterest for these ideas. And I was not talking smack about Pinterest before. I was just saying like arts. I'm not creative. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I look to Pinterest for ideas. Anyways, moving on. That's what I have advice to say about goals. And then moving on to, I'm going to share with you guys a few of my goals. I'm not going to share them all, but just a few of them so you guys kind of know. So I'm going to start off with short-term goals. Okay, so some of my short-term goals are, first and foremost, you guys know, or if you've watched my other videos, that I opened a store. Okay, like I run a cell phone repair shop and accessories, and we do a lot of electronic and wireless related things. So I just opened the store, and if anybody owns their own business, or they just opened something, even if it's a home business, whatever, you guys know it takes a little bit of time to build your clientele and all that stuff. So it does not happen overnight. So basically, I'm a huge believer of like word of mouth, and because personally as a consumer, when I look into things like if I need services or if I need certain products and stuff, I look at their reviews and I just read. I just go through hundreds of reviews before I purchase anything or go with a service. So I go based off of the reviews personally. So I'm a huge believer of reviews. So personally, for my store, in 3 months, I want to have gained 90 reviews for myself. Okay, from customers. So it doesn't even have to be about my service or anything like that. It can just be about my store, how clean, smells good, whatever. Just any little thing any feedback works, because that helps with future clients. But so short-term goal, kind of ish, 3 months, 90 reviews. I don't have to get 30 reviews a month. Just by the end of the 30 months, just by the end of the 30 days. By the end of 3 months, I need to have accomplished 90 reviews, okay? So, that's one of my short-term goals. Another one of my short-term goals is, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna meet it yet or not. I had made a short-term goal for myself a little while back to get under 300 by the end of this month. I wasn't sure if it was attainable or not, but I did it anyways just because I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's possible. I don't know. If you guys remember in my last video, I was at 310. So I had 10 pounds to go, and that was already like August 20 something. I think it was like August 20 something. And so I let probably a week and a half and 10 pounds. So I'm not sure if it was possible or not, but we will see. I'll let you guys know on that, like if I do accomplish it or not. Because, and here's the thing with me, it's like if I do accomplish it, great. I just sounded like Tony the Tiger, bro. Oh my gosh. Great. They're great. I did not mean to sound like Tony the Tiger. I did not know Tony the Tiger was up in here. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. If I do accomplish it, then great. And if I don't, then that's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not going to be hard on myself, and here's why. I know that I've come to a point mentally that these little setbacks are not going to keep me down for a long time. That's why I'm not hard on myself, because I know that I'm like, okay, well, I didn't make it. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna try to make it as soon as I can. You know what I mean? So if I had just been starting, and if I had been in a different, like my previous mentality before, I would have beat myself up. I would be like, what am I even doing? Like giving up, like it's not working. It's pointless. I should just stop doing everything and actually just enjoy whatever I was doing, my eating habits and not working out and like all that stuff, you know? Enjoy, right? And I would have just like gotten set back a whole month or two, and then I would have gained all that weight back, and then I would have gotten to a point where I'm like, dude, what am I doing with myself? Like, get yourself together, girl, you know? But now I'm 2 months behind, you know? And that's with my previous mentality. But the mentality I'm in right now, it's like whatever setbacks I have are not gonna knock me down forever. I'm pretty much, I bounce back now pretty quick. If I do have like a cheat meal or a cheat day, an unexpected cheat meal or cheat day, or a setback, or I'm not like getting the results I want, whatever, I'm not hard on myself. I'm like, just okay, accepting it for what it is, because it's a process. And you have to trust that process, okay? And I know that it's gonna take time. It's not gonna be overnight, like I've said before. So I've programmed that in my mind where I'm like, okay, it's fine. You accept that you did that, or you accept that what's going on, whether you're in control of it or not. It is what it is, and that's fine. Just keep going, keep progressing, because any progression is good. If you're starting out, I understand why you would be so hard on yourself, because you know in your mind and in your soul that you're probably not as disciplined, or you're probably not as strong-willed as someone who, like, with a mentality of like you know, you're probably not going to bounce back as quick as someone with a different, like with a mentality like mine. I'm not saying I have a perfect mentality. I'm just saying like my mentality has changed, and it's a little bit stronger now. And that's why I was hard on myself before, because I knew that any little cheat day, any little mishap could throw me off, could knock me down for a long time. And I could be out for a whole month, you know, like mentally wise, like emotionally. Like, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, you need to, or you should, you know, trust the process. Like, it takes a long time. It took you how long for you to get to this point? Like, it took you years. And so now you want to just completely change like overnight. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, you're going to set yourself up for failure if that's how you're thinking, you know? I'm like, and be patient. You're not perfect. You make mistakes and you crave things because you're human. Like, honestly, I hate talking about myself and like in a good way, because I feel like it makes me less humble. But I just want it to be known, or like to be realized that, like, at least for myself, if I'm looking back at this in the future, like, my mentality has changed so much. It's crazy. Like, mentally, I'm so ready. I'm there. Like, today I went to go put gas, right? And usually, like, before I was mentally ready, I would go to the gas station, and every single time I would go to the gas station, well, you know, in the gas station, there's like a whole bunch of like good stuff, you know, snacks and chips and, you know, what you want to drink. You're not even thirsty, but you go and get like a juice or whatever because it's there and you have money. So, like, why not, you know? And almost every single time I went to the gas station, I would come out with something I didn't even finish, I didn't even want, but I just had really bad habits of spending and like overeating and whatever. You know, my mentality has changed so much that I went to go put gas today and I did not even realize that I went inside the like gas station until after, and I was like thinking like, you know, like my old me would have totally grabbed like whatever. I didn't even know what there was there because I didn't even look. What I did see from the corner of my eye was pork rinds, and obviously on keto you can't eat them. But I just looked at them. I was like, like I didn't know that they like sold a different brand, you know, like different brands. Like I thought they were just like Mission or those like normal brands at the store, whatever. But I didn't even want them. I didn't crave them or anything because I wasn't hungry, you know. So I didn't even like think twice about it. But it was crazy to me that I didn't even think about any other snacks. I didn't even realize anything. I didn't acknowledge the fact that there was chips and cookies and like drinks or whatever. So that's how much my mentality has changed. That I'm able to go and hang out with my friends and have a Netflix and chill and not binge eat and not go crazy on snacks. And if I do go, and I don't want to feel left out, because that's like a lot of excuse, like, well, I don't want to like feel left out and I don't want to make them feel weird like they're eating all this food and I'm like just there like, no, that's like you putting excuses for yourself to eat that way. You can definitely just take your own snacks if you need be or whatever, and it's not weird. You know, you just go and you just do you and they'll do them, and if they're your real friends, you're gonna be okay with that, you know, because you're doing what you do what you gotta do. It is what it is, okay? And if they're not supportive in that sense, then you probably should get new friends. That's how much my mentality has changed. I can go out and I just do my own thing. If I go to a restaurant for a birthday party or whatever, if I do, because I'm like, my time is crunched, so I'm thinking like, if I've gone to a restaurant for like an occasional birthday dinner or whatever, not even like a restaurant, just like if we do dinner like with my family, because there's a lot of us, dinner at the house, and there's cake or whatever, I just don't eat the cake. And whatever, if they make dinner, like if there's a dinner, if I can eat it, I'll eat it, and if I can't, then I'll find myself something that I can eat. Because there's no excuses. When you really want something, then you go out of your way to make sure that you're set, okay? You don't just give in so easily. And like, of course, I try to plan, like when I hang out with my girls, like I try to plan that night be my cheat meal, because I don't do whole cheat days. Like, I don't believe in cheat days as a whole. I'll do a cheat meal on occasion, like if I do really good, like for a couple of weeks or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I haven't cheated, I haven't done anything, you know, I've been drinking water and all that stuff, then I'll allow myself a cheat meal every now and then. Oh, I didn't even go over my long-term goals. I'm so sorry. Just really quick, I'll just say one of my long-term goals and my main long-term goal for now. So if I hit all my financial goals and all my physical goals that I want to hit before next year, I'm taking off the first week of June, which is like June like 7th or something, that week. I'm taking that week off for myself because I've been working nonstop for a few months now, and I will continue to do so until I hit my goals and I get to that point. So I will reward myself with so that weekend is actually Godparents' Day, and I'm gonna reward myself and my godson because I have neglected him for like a while, like, because, you know, I'm doing everything I have to do, so I'm able to do things like that in the future and have like a good life, and just be able to give him whatever he needs, if he needs my support or whatnot. I personally vowed to him that I would be there for him no matter what. And like, anyways, I'm taking my godson, me and his godfather are taking him like to Legoland. So I'm taking him out that whole weekend, but Godparents Day is that Sunday. So that Sunday we're gonna go to Legoland, and then like the couple days before, so I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday with him, and then Friday, Saturday, I don't know, we'll do Disneyland, or I'm going to Disneyland for sure, because if you don't know, I love Disneyland. I mean, I'm sure you guys can tell by my tattoo and my shirt. I will show you guys. Oh, this is my favorite character. I love the Little Mermaid. I love Ariel. I have 3 mugs. I have towels. I love Disney. Anyways, but I'm going to Disney for sure, and then whatever else he hasn't been to. I just really want to make it that weekend all about him. Just devote some time to him, because I have and I will continue to neglect him in a sense. Like, I will never not be there for him if he needs me from here until then. But I want to focus on my goals and what I have to do, so I'm able to do those things with him in the future. So the first part of the week I'll be dedicating to him, me and him, and then the last part of the week I'm taking my parents on a vacation. So I don't know where yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll let you guys know as it gets closer. I'm taking both my parents. If my dad wants to go, he's a homebody for sure. So if I convince him to go, then I'll take both of them. If not, I'm just gonna take my mom. But it's just kind of like a little token of appreciation. Like, honestly, a big reason why I'm working so hard is for myself, obviously, for my godson, but to I want to get to a point where I can tell my dad and my mom, like, you know what, I got you guys. Like, you guys don't have to work ever again. Just relax. Like, everything you guys have worked for has paid off, and I got you guys. Don't have to worry about anything, because I am so grateful for them, regardless of the little mistakes that they did as parents when I was younger and stuff. They did provide for me. I'm still here because of them, and I am the person I am because of them. So I owe them my life. I owe them everything. Well, them and a couple other people, but if you guys didn't know, I love my family to death. Honestly, I would do anything for them, no matter how many fights we get into, no matter what. I will ride and die for my family. So as a token of appreciation, I'm taking my parents out on a vacation. It's not gonna be that long this time around, because I'm only gonna do a week for now, and I want to do the first 3 days with Xavier, and then, which is my godson. He'll be 4 then, so I hope he has a good time. I don't know if he'll remember or not. He'll still be young, but I still want to start like a little tradition. So every year on Godparents Day, me and his godfather decided that we were gonna dedicate a date to him. That date to him. It doesn't matter if we have our own families or anything like that. Like, anyways, doesn't matter how old he is. But yeah, so I'm gonna take my parents on vacation. But yeah, that's one of my biggest long-term goals right now. I can tell you guys the rest of them later, but if it's already like 40 minutes long, so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like. After watching this video, you're like, you know what, she's too weird, I can't watch her like all the time. I totally understand, because I probably would say the same thing about myself. But if you don't mind watching my videos, just subscribe and join this little family of like 6, which is like, it's great, you know. I have 6 subscribers, and hey, progress is progress. Every little penny counts. That's pretty much it. I want to hear what your guys' goals are. If you guys want to tell me, I definitely am open to that. You guys can email me, mitzirevamped@gmail.com. I hope you guys have a great week. If I don't Tony the Tiger. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. I'm not sure when this video is going to be up, but until next time, I hope you guys stay lovely, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.